Hey everybody, today I'm replacing the stereo that comes with the 2015 Mercedes Sprinter that I have. It's a pretty jank one, kind of old. It takes in an SD card to play the music and not anything else really. It's got like a keypad on there. I don't know, it's some pretty old stuff, so especially for 2015, it's kind of surprising. But it is what it is. I decided to get this AC Stereo by Sony. It's XAV AX 1000, 10,000? No, 1000. And it's pretty nice. It has CarPlay. I really like how sleek and simple it is. If you look at the design here, it has a knob, which is nice for turning the volume. I didn't want just just a touchscreen one, especially if I'm driving and I want to crank up a song. I just I like having a knob there. It just feels nice, and I like that it has an auxiliary input. The auxiliary input is nice because on the dashboard for the Sprinter, there is no auxiliary input at all. So if I want to connect it to CarPlay, I'm going to need an aux input, and it's directly on the dashboard, which some other ones don't have. And in case you want to use an Android, it doesn't have Android Auto, but you can still connect through Bluetooth to play music, and there's still an aux cable. So it's, I think, a pretty good deal, and I just like how clean it is. So I'm going to show you guys how I installed it. Let's do it. So here's a list of all the parts that came with it and all the parts I'm going to use to do the swap for the stereo. So here is the actual stereo. Here's a remote that comes with it. This is like the wiring harness that's going to go inside the new stereo. And we want to have some kind of connect from the old stereo to the new stereo without disrupting any of the original ones. Say things mess up, I want to return it. I don't want to mess with anything on the original stereo with the wiring. So this is like a wiring harness adapter that will plug in and connect the old stereo wiring to the new one. We just got to be able to label and know which ones go for what sound, and this is going to be like a handy little kit that's going to help pry open the dashboard without putting any scratches or any kind of marks that might get left on the dashboard. Nice plastic one will help with that. This is some wire cutters and wire strippers and wire crimps, and that should be good. This is just like what is this? I think this is for like a mic. Like if you're on the phone or Bluetooth or something like that, this is not really that necessary. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, this is the old stereo. This is where you plug in an SD card. This is, there's like a telephone number thing here. Like what? I'm never gonna use this stuff. So, I wanna take this whole dashboard out first and then put in stereo. Okay, now all four of them are out. It should just be easy to just pull out. Here's a quick look at what's back there.
Oh no, let's not do this.
This is my boy Danush. He's coming here to help me out a little bit. The stereo. So what we did to take off the back was this is a lever right here, and you pull it out, and this is going to eventually plug into where's the other harness?
Right here.
So
this is gonna plug into these right here.
Right.
And then these wires are gonna attach to this, and we're gonna do all the fun wiring like this. And then this part will attach to this.
Yep. So this comes with the new stereo, and we just need an adapter in the middle.
This is what was bought separately. So we're looking at the correct part this time, and it actually fits in as a whole into this piece. So there's no specific inputs, it fits into the hole as a whole unit, and then once it goes into this thing, it should close shut with a lever. Oh shit! Goddamn! Scare the shit out of me, bro.
We got some tea for us.
All right, hold on.
Thank you.
Oh, shit, it's hot. All right, put it right here. All right, back to this. Did you stop the recording? Or
No, I forgot.
All right, you better cut it out. All right, let's restart.
We'll see.
We'll see what the fuck. All right, whatever.
Okay.
It fits in as a whole piece, and make sure you're lining it up properly. And when you line it up, the lever should fit in. As long as it's open like this, you should be able to push it together, and then the lever closes and brings it together. It really shouldn't be more difficult than that. If it doesn't fit properly, or you have to do any adjustments, you didn't get the right part, as we have found out. All right, so now getting back into this, wiring is pretty simple. Most of the time, it's going to be the color to color. So most of the time, red to red, black to black. That's going to give you your power. And all the other wires are really just for the way your speakers kind of route out. So you got your front speakers, front left, front right, back left, back right, and then there's like middle speakers as well. And that's why there's a ton of wires here. But if your car doesn't have all those speakers like this car, you're only going to be connecting some of this. So that some of these are just going to be kind of open. Best way to kind of take care of that is just to wrap them up in electric tape and put them to the side. So there's that. So we'll come back once we start testing this out.
All right, we're gonna try plugging it in. We plugged in the power, and
Oh no, still nothing.
try pressing the power button. Illumination.
Is that the power button? Fat, sad.
Sad.
So we tried using the color coding to make it work, but the car didn't have the right ports in the right place. So we had to take a quick look at this port where you can see there's only a couple of connectors in there. That means those are the ones that are active. We had to use our multimeter connection to check which one was the power one, and we also double checked again with the connector, the harness on here, wherever the heck the harness is, with the stereo connected to it to make sure that the stereo is powering on. So there's a lot of trial and error here. It sucks, but it always helps to have a friend out to help, not get shocked. For the wiring, the way we did it, because it wasn't correct on this thing, is we did yellow to yellow. That made sense. But we did orange to red. And that's the ignition on power source. And then you have the last one, which is black to black. There should be another one in here, but I don't think it works. Technically, this red right here is supposed to be the ignition switch or the battery switch, one of those two. It doesn't. It's not attached to anything. Just leave it open.
Cool.
Trick. Oh.
And we got music.
Let's go.
Has no bass, but it is what it is.
Okay, it's a little dark, but just to give you an idea of what we're doing, we're feeding in. So from the camera, we're tapping into like the reverse up there, and we have to feed it in through the wire over the headliner up there. But then to get that from here, which we can feed down there from over here, the wires will,
Eventually come down.
yeah. But we have to find a way to get it over there into this area where the stereo is. So just to try it out, I'm feeding this wire that I have through right here over to the left and below. This took us quite a while to figure out, but it's over there now. And we can see this blue wire is out there now. So now we can just
Yeah, you have to make sure you're looking into this area right here. So if you look behind the panel, you can grab it from back here and not way in the back.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so this bit right here, this went into the original stereo. And as you can see, the metal through here is where the power is actually coming through from the wires in the back. And to adapt to, so the new one coming in is Sony's, looks like this. And if you want to match that with this, it's a lot harder to take all the wires from behind this out. So you get an adapter. They call it a wiring harness, and I can link that below. But that's basically something like this. Now this snaps onto this super easy. So let me just show you how that's done. So you just kind of basically you pull this lever back like this, and then you can just sorry, pull this lever back, and this goes in such, and then you just pull this lever in, and now it's in. So as you can see here, all this lever is in. So that's step one. Now step two is there's a bunch of wires coming out of this. They're all color coded based on what they're for. And this is where I had some tough time. Basically, based on the live wires that were back here, we need to figure out which ones we can actually use. So this yellow, orange, all had, they both were actually live wires. So they were both connected to the battery and had 12 volt coming in. So we need to figure out in here basically what maps to what on here. The 12 is connected to the 12 battery here. These are all for the music. Then I added a new one that went to the reverse camera that is right here. This is connected to the purple reverse in. So reverse in, and I'll show you how I connected this later. But that is essentially it. And then you plug this eventually into the stereo right here, and it should work. The trouble that I ran into was getting the accessory switch. Is essentially there's no accessory on the original one, which means the stereo would always just stay on no matter what. Like if you turn off the car, you could still power on the stereo, and I did not want that because that could drain a lot of power from the battery. So what I did was I figured out the switch that corresponded to the accessory for this like cigarette lighter right here. And let me walk you through. So this ACC wire right here. This blue one is what I'm using for ACC, and this red is the ACC for Sony. So this blue ACC is gonna feed in. Basically, I'm feeding wires through the middle, from right here, and it's going up and over and under. Just a little bit down here to the left. This took a long time to figure that out. Basically, that goes in through here, feeds in. I don't know if you see that white wire down there, and it'll come underneath here. And then if you see that blue wire going across, I have a fuse up there. I can link that fuse below, but basically tapping into that fuse. From there, I connected that to the accessory. So now whenever I turn off the car, because the cigarette lighter also turns off, the stereo will also turn off. And then for the reverse, so basically I'm feeding the wires from there down, and then I'm feeding it over right there, going over the headliner. So I just took that off. Goes over, and you can't really see there. So right there, I'm tapping into what's going all the way back to the car when the car actually goes in reverse. I'll take a close-up of that afterwards, but just so you know how the end-to-end kind of from there, that taps all the way up to here into our reverse camera. And then I also brought this video cable. This video cable will go directly into this camera. And I have an antenna adapter. So I got this, and then this one right here, and this will plug directly into the antenna line here. And that's mostly it. So I can just show you how it's done now. So I also wanted to talk about the faceplate that I put on. I ended up putting the screen on afterward just so I don't scratch it while I'm working with it. But essentially this side plate. So what you want to do is piece this together with the front plate. They latch on together without any screws or anything like that. And then you stick the whole thing with the left, right, and the front connected to the sides, and then just screw them on. It's really simple. I can link it below. This is from Crutchfield, and yep. Okay, I just put it back on, shoved all the wires and stuff inside. So now we're gonna give it a test, see if it actually works. So let's give it one turn, and there you go. So it turns on to the home. It's turning on. Yeah, it looks really good. Even with all the sunlight coming in, there's not too much glare. Maybe I can do a review of this after I test it out. And yes, and if you turn it off, it turns off. What happened before is even if I turn it off, it would still stay on. So that's what the accessory wire was important for. So we can actually connect CarPlay onto this as well. So this is, my phone is connected now. Let's see if this connects. So Apple CarPlay, and there you go. So you can go on Maps, Spotify, this is home.